story that he started telling about how he was getting ready to leave to Florida and the recordings didn't work because the technology was new and everyone was bummed out. That has a great ending to the story that I want to finish up for Hoagy. He went down to Florida. He had graduated with his degree in law, and he thought, okay, I got my degree. Now I suppose I need to go be a lawyer. So he got a gig down in Florida at some law office, and he hated it. And by several accounts, he was not particularly good at it. And he was daydreaming one day in his office, and it's Florida, so it's warm, the windows are open, and there was a music store just across the street or something within earshot, and they had a record player that they would play records on to sell records in the music store. And as he's not doing any work in his office, the music comes in through the open window, and he thinks, oh, I recognize that song. What is that song? Oh, that's my song. That's my song. And it was Washboard Blues. Is that right? I think it was Washboard Blues, which is a song that he had written with the lyrics written by a Bloomington limestone carver, Callahan. I know his grandson, another local musician. And so Hoagy was so very excited. He ran to the music store and he bought the record, and he saw, I can't remember who had recorded it. He had told someone, oh yeah, you can use this, and they recorded it and made a record of it, and it made its way to the Florida store and on the record player. And so he figured, I don't have to be a lawyer. They're playing my songs in the record shops. I'm a songwriter. And he came back to Bloomington and wrote Stardust, the very first song that he wrote once he decided, you know, boy, once you make a decision to be I'm going to be a professional songwriter, you might as well write Stardust. Right? And the story behind that, most of you know that story. He claims that he wrote it right over there on the line, what they called it, Spooner's Wall, that little limestone, what's it? It's a wall. It's this big, and it lines all of 3rd Street. They call it Spooner's Wall because couples would sit together like spoons all close together. And he came back to Bloomington thinking, okay, well, let's write a song. And he sat down on there, and it was late at night, and he started whistling the tune in his head. He had the tune in his head. He started whistling it, and when it got, and it was developed via whistle, he said, okay, I need to really get this down. And he ran to the Book Nook, which is where Buffalo's is now. And if you've never been to Buffalo's, there's some neat Hoagy paraphernalia. No, not paraphernalia. Well, there's lots of stories about Hoagy. Lots of stories about Hoagy. And he wrote this song at Buffalo's. And it is Stardust. And I'll play it for you.